I'm Mike Iosu. I'm the Director of the Field Support Group at Diagnostica Stago.
My name is Mary Davis, and I am the Director of the Technical Support Group at Diagnostica Stago. As a company, our focus is to be world leaders in hemostasis and coagulation. So basically, we're helping really laboratories properly diagnose patients as to whether or not they're going to bleed out or overclot. And our devices actually measure that application.
My role at Stago is to make sure that we service our customers to the highest level possible. I am in charge of the hotline, which is a 24-hour phone support to our customers. And I'm also in charge of the field support engineers. Those are the folks that go out into the field to install and maintain our instrumentation. I'd say in recent years, we decided to put more of a focus on customer expectations and getting the feedback from the customer, because in prior years, we felt we had a very large technology advantage. And recently, we've realized that all the companies, whether it be ourselves or our competitors, are all sort of coming together with having good technology. So really, what differentiates us from the rest of the folks out there in our space is to make sure we deliver the best customer satisfaction and service that we possibly can. So over the last couple of years, Mary and I have really embarked on a journey to make sure that both of our teams, and we're in the front line, we're the folks that see the customers out in the field, that we put our best foot forward and make sure that all of our team are doing the basics, such as communicating well with the customer, making sure that they arrive when they say they're going to arrive, making sure that they resolve the issue that they were supposed to when they get on site. And also, Mary and I are focusing on getting feedback from the customers to make sure that we are doing those things.
We embarked on a number of survey programs with Omega as one of our primary ones to really hear the voice of our customers. What did they like? What didn't they like? Where could we make improvements? We use that information to actually improve the sales approach with customers. Who are those customers that really like us, that will stand up and say, I support Stago, and will refer other customers to us. But then also listening to the customers who actually are not happy, and what do we need to do differently? What do we need to improve our technology to meet their demand for the future?
So what we do is, our field engineers obviously go out to the customer sites. And what we have done is we want to identify what are the most key and critical things that those customers are looking for. And for the field engineer specifically, it's arriving promptly and fixing the issue. So we've geared our surveys to make sure that after an event, whether it be an installation or a service event, the customers are given an opportunity to get back with Stago and let us know how we did. From a hotline perspective, it's similar. Did we answer the call live, and did we resolve the issue? Because we've all had experience with lengthy phone trees where you get in there, and by the time you get somebody on the phone, you're already very frustrated. So we measure the live call rate and then what we call the phone repair rate for the hotline. We take all that data, and we do meet very frequently as a team, both Mary and I, with our managers, and we discuss what we found. Now, we do know that when we use Omega, there is an alert. We get it right away, usually within a day or two. We've told our managers they've got to get back to that customer the same day, and they go over in great detail what the customer gave us feedback on, and the customers are amazed. They're like, really, you're getting back to me? I just gave the survey this morning. Here's the manager of that region asking me to give more details. Once that interview is done with the customer, that manager will get back with Mary and I, and we'll put forth actions to resolve that issue on a much larger level.
Over the years that Stago has been focused on the customer and the voice of the customer, we've actually expanded our surveys beyond where they originated, which was through the engineering department and the hotline. We've since added our technical support applications group to that process, because this is where new analyzers are actually brought live at a customer site. And just recently we added our training department as part of a survey program. And when you look at this, we are actually looking at every single customer we do business with, whether they're in our top 20 customers or they're the smallest customer we do business with. We are actually trying to listen to everybody and provide feedback to those customers based on the information we obtain through the surveys or through alerts that we receive, and actually directly speaking with customers. In addition to which, when we segment the business and you look at your top performing customers as well, you want to drive a loyalty program with them. And what is it that we can do more? Because if it works with that customer, you can pretty much be assumed it's going to work with all of your customers and across that entire base to improve company growth and, of course, improve the bottom line as well. Looking at the measurable results that we obtain, we actually internally at the company have goals. So when we talk about alignment of the organization from sales all the way down to services, Mike and I have a goal that our teams will achieve no less than a 4.5 score with on Omega, and that's across all of our departments. That's a pretty hefty goal to achieve. We have been quite successful, Mike and I, with our teams from achieving 4.6, 7, all the way up to 4.9. And as I always say, we're chasing that elusive 5.0, and someday I hope that we will achieve it. Because when you see that type of level of satisfaction among your customers, it does give them faith and confidence in the company that they're doing business with. Because at the end of the day, they're also impacting patients' lives. And so I think when you can have those levels of confidence in a company, and you have that level of loyalty, it has a great opportunity to improve the overall performance of the company. Every company has internal metrics, and we also have internal metrics. And you can be very proud of those metrics and so on, but again, they're just yours. And you need an outside or an external way of validating those metrics. And I do feel that by employing a company like Omega and working towards achieving a North Face Award is a good way to say yes, the metrics we've put in place properly measure what we're doing to drive customer focus within our company and our organization. But when you look at all of the different activities and metrics we track and follow, service is the differentiating key because we're all making the same widgets at the end of the day.